to be the craziest blaster I've ever seen. It's in a basic box, not really much on there in English, but we'll dump out all this stuff. So we get quite a few hard tip darts and only 3 shells, and it comes with quite large shells. And you'd think for a Nerf Bison it would have quite a few shells because it has a big magazine. This is what we have right here. So obviously it somehow takes these giant shells, which are almost as big as the fucking gun itself. It took me a while to figure out how to even get this to work. So first off, there's a button here, and I pressed that in and I was thinking, what does this do? And then I realised it closes the handle. The handle does nothing. That does nothing. Don't know why it's there. And I'm trying to figure out how to prime this, because how do we even cock it? The priming handle's not here. Technically it is if you're strong enough to even hold this piece of plastic, but they put this T-bar on here for a reason. Yeah. Very, very strange. How do we get the shells in? I was thinking, do we get it in here? No, because there's a barrel there. What are these? Do these buttons do anything? Was confused as how. Then I realised there's a little lever inside the trigger guard. I mean, if you wanted a blaster to not work like a real firearm any more than this, I don't know how you could do it. First, they shrank it to an unnatural size. They made the handle fold, which doesn't even fold all the way. What does this do? If anyone knows what that's about, let me know in the comments. So the only reason I bought this, because I didn't even know how it worked. I was like, how does this even work? I didn't even know the scale of it, or anything like that, and I paid $1 for this. You kind of tell that I did too. It says Bison on the front end there, submachine gun, which I thought was funny. If anyone knows what a Bison is, it's an AK platform designed to take a helical mag with 9mm in. So you can hold 100 rounds in that, in the real one. It's cute, I guess. It looks kind of cool, but it's just the size of it. It's just ridiculously small. It kind of looks like some sort of space pistol. If you ignore the Bisonness of it, it's kind of like a pistol, a weird looking pistol. But yeah, I have no idea how this functions. I haven't even shot this yet. Everything's still in the packaging. There's also a space for 2 more shells. I'm guessing because this is a budget type thing, they just only put 3 in there, but it looks like it uses almost the same shells as the double-barreled shotgun that I reviewed ages ago, that you pull the handle on the back of the grip to prime it, and then has the same sort of button on the inside of here to open it up. I mean, it feels almost the same quality. Makes me wonder if that they actually made it as well. Just want to point out as well, these are hard tip with a slight rubbery texture to them. These are not kind of safe to shoot at anyone. I will actually be turning these into some half lengths because they're that weird quarter length, and I actually need this particular type for another blaster that I'm going to review soon. And they function better in that one. It comes with the same type of darts, but they've been cut down to half length in that blaster. So I was expecting it to seal as soon as the dart went in, but it kind of falls in and then seals in the last part of it. Maybe they're tapered slightly. Yeah, they look a little bit tapered down there. Yeah, they look like the same mould as those shells that I had before. I'll try and see if they work in that. I kind of do that with all my shell ejection blasters. I'll take all the shells, take all the blasters, and just see if they will work in them, because 9 times out of 10 they do. Anyway, let's see how this works. I'm not expecting anything out of it. The prime is actually pretty tough though on that, so yeah. It has a decent little seal there. I'm not sure if this would have mod potential. It's got a lot of screws on here. Sometimes blasters like this do have some mod potential. Okay, so there is a spring. that's supposed to lock. Yeah, there we go, push down a bit harder. There you go, I pressed the little extractor and it came out. So yeah, I wasn't expecting there to be a spring-loaded catch in there. It's kind of like the buzz bees, how you have like a little ring that's spring-loaded that goes down when you push the shell in. So yeah, you can't close it like that. But everything's spring-loaded. I think that's pretty sick, because the shell's spring-loaded, this is spring-loaded. This is going to fly out, I know, when I open this. So at least that part's cool. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. Anyway, let's eject the shell. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough, I'll give that blast to that. I think that's probably the most aggressive shell ejection I've ever seen. I think you could easily reshell this to be like a grenade launcher or a shotgun like all the other ones. Yeah, see how it's like to... Yeah, so that's how you can like take the shell out if you don't want to fire it anymore. I think it's pretty cool for like, you can just use it one-handed. It's got a nice pop to it. I'm actually quite surprised at that. I need to test the FPS on that. Yeah, I'm really surprised at that shell ejection. Really smooth. Got my chrono here. Let's just see if we can get a reading. This is going to be difficult. Oh, I need to prime it first. Saying 35 feet per second, but that, I think that's hitting more than that, to be honest, because the performance is really good. I can just push the dart back into the shell, it looks like, and just instead of ejecting it. There we go. 35 again. So there's a chance this is doing about 35 feet per second, which is weird. Maybe it's just because these are hard tips, they sound like they're shooting harder. I don't really see that being the reason though. But let's try loading the darts up again. Let's try this one again. This one has a really good seal, this dart, so it might be just because of this funnel piece. I don't think I'm getting a proper reading, to be honest with you guys. Yeah, there we go. It's getting about 48 to 50 feet per second. So 50 feet per second. It's like a jolt, like a standard jolt at that point. You know, most of us were kind of happy with the original jolt anyway. At that power. Like it was never really, like for years we dealt with that type of power. But yeah, it's a pretty cool blaster. You can literally shoot this like a jolt. Just push that in there. Chamber it. I'm just going to do a few more shots, just see what we can get. 39.95 again. I definitely think there's more power to it than that. I just don't think I'm getting a good reading with my chronograph. I have had this chronograph for a long time. There is a chance it's not getting a good reading anymore, but 41. So it's like 40 to 50 feet per second. I think that this chronograph's acting a bit strange this time around. Oh, battery low, so yeah, that just went off. So there's a chance that it's just out of battery. I'm actually quite impressed with it. I know it's stupid. I know that the stock is like way too small, the gun's way too small to be a Bison. But the power of it's not too bad. I think it's got, you know, decent sights on it. And the shell ejection is like the main thing that's pretty cool. And like you see, even if I open this slow, it still ejects it. But there is literally like a spring here, and obviously a spring inside. So it's got the strongest shell ejection I've ever seen. But it's very cool. The only problem I find with shells like these, after a while, they start to chip. I think that's already like that from the mould, but they usually chip on the rim a little bit. For £1 or for $1, this is not bad. The trigger pull is pretty cool, like it's not too heavy. The grip isn't too obnoxious, even though it's a small grip, I can still get my whole hand on it. I've got quite large hands, as you can see. This is more of just like a brace for your hand. It sort of braces up against your hand instead of it being a stock. There's literally no way you'd be able to shoot this from your shoulder. There is technically a way. If you go across with your other hand and shoot like that, this arm isn't so cramped and your arm's sort of stretched over more. But obviously it's stupid, it's too small, so... But, yeah, that looks like a Picatinny rail on top of there too. Give me 1 second. Okay, so we've got another cheapo little optic, just to see. It looks like the same length as the rail. I think we might have some luck here, guys. Oh my god, it does. I mean, that gets bonus points just for having that on there. Can I prime it with the optic? Yes, I can. The optic is now my priming handle. Can I use the glass? Let's see, because this doesn't usually work. Oh well. I don't know how great the optic would be, and you can get smaller optics, you can get little RMRs on there. But, I mean, come on guys, that's just funny as fuck. Yeah, I give that bonus ratings for being an actual rail on there, not just some, like, fake rail. Because obviously you got, like, a fake AK sight that doesn't move. You know, there's fake moulded parts on here, the fake safety and stuff. So to actually have a real, like, 1-to-1 scale Picatinny rail on top of that is fucking hilarious. Yeah, that's great. The rail is like bigger than the rest of the gun pretty much, but that's what makes it usable. So I mean, it's got enough features for £1 for it to be like cool enough to be passable. I know it's not functional like a real Bison, so if you can get past that, it's not too bad. Pretty powerful, as you can hear, and it's got a nice trigger pull. It's not too like aggressive or too heavy. The trigger actually feels quite nice as well. It doesn't feel like horrible to shoot. I'm pretty surprised at that, guys. Yeah, look on AliExpress if you're interested in this. If anyone's actually interested, I'll probably put a link in the description if enough people want this. But we've got a lot more Threshold treasures to come, so stay tuned, guys, because there is a lot to unpack. I wanted to just do this series for a while as well, just because it's... I pick up blasters like this all the time anyway, so a lot of them I don't review, so I feel like I should start showing these off just because they're stupid. Maybe that's the reason why it's a foldable handle, so you can flick it, but I don't really know, because storage-wise, it's sort of the same size. So maybe it's sort of just added bonus points. Who can say? But yeah, it's a pretty cool blaster. Do I recommend it? Not really, that's what I'm going to say. Not really. There's not really any reason why anyone would want this thing. The looks of it's stupid. The power's okay. It's a jolt, I mean, internally. So that I might be able to put a stronger spring in there. We might get about like 70-80 feet per second, but is it worth it? Not really. It's sort of a joke blaster you'd pull out at a war, maybe show your friend it in the war, like after a war or something, or like after party type stuff. But I don't know if you'd actually be able to compete in a war with this. I mean, the shell ejects quite fast. If you had like a load of shells, I guess you could shoot quite quickly with it, but performance is abysmal. But yeah, if you enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Don't forget to favourite the video, share it to your friends, and I will see you guys in the next video.